Hey friends, here is a peek inside of a student notebook, Lapbook, for use with the story of the world. I created a whole program to go with this, but this also can just be a standalone resource and hopefully be helpful to families that need it. This is targeted at students who are not writing proficiently yet. So I targeted kindergarten through third grade. It can go above that, below that. I also use this with my preschooler who tagged along when we did this program with my kindergartner, and he enjoyed it as well and was able to complete it with a little bit more assistance from me, but still able to do it well. This also is a great resource for special education and anyone who might need some extra support without requiring a lot of writing from their student. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick peek inside, so it's not going to be a full explanation of everything, but the Teachers Pay Teachers listing of this resource does not include a lot of pictures or preview, and so here is how it's put together. This document comes with the student notebook, the student pages, then also the cutouts that you will put inside, and then an answer key. Most of the pages are pretty self-evident as for the answers, but you do need an answer key for some of the comparison and contrast activities and for matching Chinese characters with their English meanings. So let's have a look inside, and I'll just go through this, not super detailed, but giving you a little bit of information about the pages and what's kind of being accomplished there, letting you see how it can be put together. This page is optional. There are two different types of art prints included in the program. One is small and the other is a regular size. You can use the small ones and have your student collect them throughout the program and put them in an envelope that you would glue here. Totally optional. Okay, archaeology, we're classifying different artifacts. We're talking about how artifacts are dated and about the different layers in the ground. We're doing a dig. This is fun. Throughout, I tried to bring things to modern day as well, if possible. So in the unit about nomads, we're talking about where nomads still live today, imagining ourselves as nomads, and we're having a hide and seek game and collecting different foods that nomads could have eaten as they journeyed around. Okay. There is a book, our child's history, and we visit different characters from that book and draw things from our visit, and then I have the students dictate to me what they've tongue-tied, what they have drawn so that we can remember what they were trying to draw. Unification of Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt, the flooding of the Nile River, rating different types of material that were used for writing in the past. Seeing inside a sarcophagus, inside of a pyramid, canopic jars, coloring inventions from discussing Hammurabi and Babylon and some inventions that we have from them, some ways that they've influenced us still today, talking about just kings and dictators in Assyria and Babylon. Gilgamesh, we don't do a lot of mythology in this, but we do have Gilgamesh in the story of the world, and so here is just saying what he might have, identifying what he might have said. Indus Valley, matching Chinese characters with their meanings, talking about the silkworms and silk. The Shang Dynasty, just taking a peek inside what that was. So this part is glued on. Ancient Africa, this is what it looks like now. These are things we found there, and so this was then and now, creating some rock art. Okay, there are several storyboards included in this. There's one for the Exodus, Cyrus the Great, and here we have Anansi and the spider. Anansi the spider. And we're just retelling that story with a few cutouts and then two little backgrounds. I have a video about storyboards and how to use them, so if you want instructions on that, you can check that video out. Okay, Nubia and Egypt and their relationship, so things that were brought from Nubia. And we get to choose whichever box we want to put on top of each treasure. And then the Hyksos people. Okay, I'll go a little faster now. There's the storyboard for the Exodus, and then this one, there's a spot to glue an envelope because there are lots of characters in this one, and then there are some pieces also to not just talk about the Exodus, but about Egypt in general. Okay. Photo album of famous people. So again, I try not to have a lot of writing in here, but there are a few places where I had the student dictate and then I write what they remember most about those people. There are 2 different board games, and this one is about Phoenicia, the other is about the life of Christ Jesus. And so we have some game pieces that go with this as well, and we're trying to collect as many as possible before we reach the end so that we can trade more goods. Looking at Assyria and just like what you could have seen. This page is really fun. You put a flashlight behind the page and it will show some hidden images. So we just glue a piece of paper on top to obscure the images, and then you can see like the background light here. You're going to see the story of the statue and the fiery furnace, and then also just some things you could see in Babylon, like the Ishtar Gate and the gardens. The Minoans, the Mays, the Mycenaeans, just talking about their culture. Ancient Greece, collecting some more food. The Medes and the Persians, here's the background for Cyrus the Great. And pieces, comparing and contrasting Sparta and Athens. The Trojan horse. A little bit of mythology again, and here we're talking about how we would describe the Greek gods and circling how we would describe them. They were moody, they were selfish, they were not loving, not humble. And then how important war was to the Greeks and how we can see that, different parts of their culture. Another one we didn't finish, yikes. Okay, Alexander the Great. This was fun. My kids really liked learning about Alexander, but here are some pieces of his life, and then we just pull them out and my kids can tell me again what happened in his life and why those were important pieces of his life. What I really liked about this type of student notebook is, one, my kids get engaged in it and they're doing something hands-on, which can help with memory, but also we can go back and review, and they really like flipping through this notebook and pulling things out and telling me, Mom, remember this, remember that, and that is the goal, right? But also it helps with narration. So like those pieces, the storyboards, just them retelling to me what they've learned, it's all right there, really easy. Okay, the Americas, we have a little bit of dictation here, but mostly we're just finding where these civilizations that we studied belong on the map, comparing and contrasting Olmec pyramid and Egyptian pyramid, the Etruscans, and how they affected the Romans, what we could see inside of a Colosseum or arena for entertainment. Just pull this through, how the Roman roads were built. So starting here, digging a ditch. Okay, almost to the end. So that is basically how it is. I need to take care of my son right now, but this is the basic gist of the program. Here's another part where we bring it to the present day and talk about majority Hindu and Buddhist countries, because we study that in the story of the world, the beginning of those religions. And so that's significant for today. As first emperor, putting the Great Wall on a map, comparing its size to countries. Yeah, Confucius, his hierarchical system. Okay. Yeah. So let me know if you have any questions about this, but I hope that peek inside for how it's organized was helpful to you. I will leave it linked in the description box below, and if you want more about ancient history, I'll leave a little video linked here for you to check out. See you guys. Ciao.